What can go wrong if you have a website that links buyers and sellers? Well, stick around and I'll tell you. Hi, it's Simon here from the Contract Company. Contracts, that's what we do all day, every day, and sometimes overnight. Righto, let's assume you've set up a website where people can come onto that website and buy things. Then the website or a manufacturer supplies those goods, and the website may also allow or cater for the installation of the goods. So we recently set up some website terms and conditions for a business that we use some hypotheticals here, so we're not divulging any secrets, but let's just say you could go and buy garden hoses. Now, wall-mounted garden hoses. So the website lists the wall-mounted garden hoses. If you as a buyer buy one, then either the website company would ship that to you or one of their manufacturers. So then it turns up at your house and you can't install it. You don't have a drill to drill through brick and install the wall-mounted garden hose. So you use a technician or a specialist installer that you also found through the website. So the question that came to us is, what is most likely to go wrong? Well, this is what we've seen and this is what we think. I think that most often what's going to go wrong, it's going to be in the interaction between the customer, as in the buyer, and the installer. Obviously, you can have terms and conditions that govern the purchase and the shipping of the good, but where a website also provides services or links to other people who will provide those services, in this case installers, then I reckon that's where the issues are going to arise between the installer and the customer. So what I think is a really good thing to do is you should have in your website terms and conditions a general section that deals with everyone. So browsers, customers, as in people who've purchased goods, the customer who's purchased a good and a service. Then you also want the terms and conditions to cover the service provider, as in the installer, and you also want the terms and conditions to cover the provider of the goods. Now, what I think you should do is, because I believe most issues are going to arise between the customer and the service provider, i.e. when they install the goods or don't install them properly, I think you should have a separate contract that is an annexure to the website T's and C's that governs that relationship. Now, practically, it doesn't matter if it's an annexure or it's built into the main terms and conditions. Who cares? As long as there is a separate contract that governs the relationship between those two parties, and you need to make sure that the parties agree to the terms and conditions. Now, you can do that all through the website. As long as you set that up properly, then those terms and conditions would help to, I think, diffuse any of those potential issues that arise. Because it's common, I think, in any sort of service agreement or goods supply agreement that issues arise not so much with the goods, because they're usually just covered by warranty and people are usually pretty good with that. It's actually when it comes to the physical provision of services, that's usually where things start to go wrong. So think of Uber, the actual problems are most likely going to arise between the driver and the person in the car, not so much with the platform and the person who orders a car, or with the platform and the driver, but the driver and the person who's using the services. Anyway, that's just our view. That's what we've seen and that's what we reckon. You may have a different view and that's all good. If you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. Please feel free to share it to anyone you think needs to hear this or could benefit from hearing it. And if you're happy, why not like that video down below? Thanks very much. Any questions, Simon@contractcompany.com.au or 1-800-355-455. Thanks very much.